Hi Pisces, this will be your reading for May 1st through the 10th, so 2019. So let's look at love first, and then after that we'll look at singles, and then after that we'll look at financial and work opportunities that may come up. So we'll get started with love, and oh, that's right, I can't shuffle these that way, and see what's going on with that. So we'll look at who you are dealing with in a love situation and see where your energy is and how that matches up. And, ooh, the devil card just fell out. Interesting. So could be dealing with a Capricorn, that's possible, or a lustful type vibe, or maybe not the healthiest relationship. So let's see what the cards have to say though once we put them out, and we'll see what's going on there. These are just so huge. I'm not even going to pretend to like shuffle them in any like try to pretend I can do it because they're just like ridiculously large. So it ain't pretty. All right. So let's see. But hopefully your reading is. All right. So let's see. Pisces, please. Show me who Pisces is dealing with in love. In their love situation, please. Show me who Pisces is dealing with in love. And then show me also the place where Pisces is at, and an outcome card too, please, for Pisces. Okay, there we go. All set. Okay. Okay. I felt like putting a couple cards aside, so we'll look at those in a minute. Let's see where we're at here. Oh, and I pulled two for you at the end, which I usually pull one. Okay, all right. So you have the renewal card as your overall outcome. I'll just go ahead and tell you that now because someone else did too, so that would be really cool if you guys match up. I think it was, actually I can tell you. Maybe. Oh, no, maybe not. I think it was Cancer's reading, if I remember right. I think it was Cancer's. So like if you're Cancer rising or Cancer moon, or if the person you are dealing with is such, then that reading might be of interest to you because you both had the same outcome card, okay? So what are the cards? The cards I put out on the side are a whole different scenario over here, so I'll leave that. Okay, so the person you're dealing with, they have the Three of Wands right now. Also, I think Libra had that in their position, so you could be dealing with that too, but whatever. Okay, so the person you're dealing with now, Three of Wands. So they're being very patient. They see the sort of bigger picture to things, okay? They have a good outlook on what the future could hold, you know, for you or for whatever situation. Like if you guys are a long-standing couple, that not necessarily does it have to pertain to the relationship. Maybe it's to something else going on within your relationship, maybe job, career, you know, what have you. But as far as love terms, you know, it means that they kind of see a bigger picture and they're really looking towards the future. They're not dwelling on things from the past. Okay, so that's good. As far as how they feel towards you, they have the Four of Swords. So I think they're really trying to kind of get like a handle on where you are, because you might be kind of hard to read right now. Really? Pisces? No. So that could be, you know, that's part of it. But there's a couple other things here too. The Four of Swords combined with the Three of Wands could indicate that this person is wanting to take a long trip with you, a long vacation, or is going to have some time off soon and is looking forward to spending that time. That could be, or it could mean also that that they need that, like they need to take some sort of long hiatus or break, and not necessarily from you. I don't feel it could, I mean it could be, but I just feel it's that they just kind of, they need some space. So either alone, you know, if you get that sense, or that they really want to share it with you and maybe go somewhere. That could be too. But mostly I think it's just that they look at you as sort of being very contemplative right now, you know, being kind of in your own head, you know, but not in a mopey way, like in a good way. Like maybe you're doing some spiritual things, maybe you are doing some meditation or what have you. So with the Page of Swords, I think that it's communication. You know, the Page of Swords is usually some sort of communication coming through. It's not the most mature, you know, so it could be like they're communicating with you but it's not at their most maturest level. Okay, it's a little impulsive. Also, a lot of times it can be a little impulsive, and a little. I was gonna say brutally honest, but it's not that it's like brutally honest, but it's they think they're being very honest, but it comes off as being not very pleasant. So they didn't use much tact in the way that they are communicating with you, is what I feel. So you have the Knight of Swords, okay? So the Knight of Swords is very you very much want to put an end to some sort of I get a little rescuer vibe here with you, Pisces. Like you may want to solve something for this person or help them in some way or come to their rescue, the rescuer type of kind of deal. Okay. So, and I feel like you too are kind of impulsive, not so much in your communication, just in your actions and your emotions. Like your emotions are like, oh, like I need to rescue this person or what have you. That kind of, it's like the knight in shining armor kind of thing, whether you're a female or a male, whatever. Now, how you see this person, they have the ten of fire, or you have the 10 of fire about how you see them. So I think you see them with like they have a lot of, they're taking on a lot and they have a lot of problems. But you can see that they're like almost through them, that they're doing really well, like they're handling things, maybe not at the best level, but with what they have to work with, they seem to be making efforts, and they are trying to better themselves in many ways and kind of release a lot of things that have been troubling them, or burdens, or just stupid, problematic stuff that they let pile up. Like they're getting a little better at that, and I think you see and that could be why you might want to come in and kind of rescue them in a sense, because you see that they are very close to wrangling some sort of situations for them, and they are being so positive and seeing this like bigger picture in the future and all of that sort of thing. And also you have the you have two knights. So again, I really feel a rescue vibe here. You have the Knight of Cups, and you have the 9 of Water. So that's the 9 of Cups. So Knight and 9. It's kind of hard to enunciate those. So again, with the Knight, it's like wanting to come in and be the hero, possibly. It could be a little bit of that vibe, or it could just mean that you just really want to express your love to this person. Because the 9 of Cups is sort of like your fantasy. Like you want this person, you think about them a lot, and they're all that, and you really want to show them that you have changed. Maybe the 10 of Wands, could be a little bit of you too, and you're ready to put down some things, and you've attacked them, and you're good now, and things have changed for you, and you want to offer this cup of love to this person because they're the 9 of Cups to you. They're like your dream, your fantasy, that sort of thing. You're thinking about them a lot, that kind of deal. So you have some pretty romantic feelings for them. I do, again, get a little bit of a rescue vibe from this. Your overall card is the Renewal card, which to me is, renewing something. Now, the good part about this card is the last sentence, which says it's time to move in a new direction. So, and not like time to move away from this person and go somewhere else. I feel, because the card is renewal and there's a couple. So I feel it's like taking the situation and renewing it, and working together to the best that you guys can, and turning it into a new direction, something that will bring you like this positive renewal and bring things to a higher level in the relationship. Okay, you have the 2 of Coin at the bottom, and you have the Ace of Coin. Awesome. So I do feel like there's a couple choices to be made here, but I feel like you will gain insight into how to move towards that Ace of Coin. And the Ace of Coin to me is it's new stability. So it's the potential to rise to the 10 of Coin, which is the ultimate stability, but it's on its way. The potential is there. And we have the 0 card here, which is the Fool card. So I'm sorry, or is this it's the Fool card. So it's like, taking this leap of faith and kind of having a clean slate in some way. and you know, getting, you know, a lot of this could have something to do too with like finances or something like that. I kind of get that vibe a little bit. Like maybe there's some financial things that need to be taken care of here, and you're almost through that. Like where you're just on the precipice, or they are. Like if they are, I feel like you kind of come in and you're being that Four of Swords, which is being very insightful. You're trying to gain some insight into the situation. And then once you have the insight, you want to swoop in and kind of rescue and help this person kind of just finish the last details. Maybe they're doing like a bankruptcy or, you know, what have you, something along those lines, right? It could be even. And because I just feel clean slate is like important here. And then renewal, you know, like going into a new direction and feeling renewed and relief and those types of things. So it could have something to do with finances. That's possible. But a lot of it, though, I do feel this has to do with communication and love, all right? Because we got swords here and we've got these cups here that kind of outweigh things. So either way, it looks positive. It looks like you guys are headed towards a better direction and a new direction in that sense. So the other cards I have here on the side, which I kind of pulled, you know, off to the side, they may relate also in a way, because we have the Five of Coin here, and the Five of Coin is a lot of times things around money. It's being you know, it's not a positive card. It's like being without and feeling lack and having lots of financial issues and things like that. So it probably does tie into this, quite frankly, and that's why I think the renewal card is a good thing. So, I mean, it could be that you guys have been here, but now things are starting to turn, and there is some kind of strategy here that can be taken, and I think you guys will come up with good solutions, especially with the High Priestess, which is saying listen to your intuition. So Pisces, you know, I think that that your person is kind of relying on you because they know that you are very good at coming up with solutions, and that you're probably a little bit psychic and like in touch with your intuition to know what to do in this kind of situation. So I think in that way, I'm not too thrilled with that, because I feel like they're kind of relying on you a little bit to kind of pull this through. So, you know, I don't know about all that, but I think you will pull through this, though, is what I'm saying. Especially, you know, listen to your intuition. It's going to guide you out of this situation, all right? So, and it may not be money, you know, it might be just a love situation of some sort, or like I say, it could be any situation. But I think it's key that you use your intuition, all right? If your intuition is telling you that that's okay. All right. So let's move on to single Pisces and see what's going on with single Pisces. Single Pisces, please. Single Pisces for May 1st through the 10th. All right. May 1st through the 10th. Single Pisces, please. Single Pisces. 2019, May 1st through the 10th. Messages for single Pisces. Super clear messages for Pisces. May 1st through the 10th, 2019. Wow, okay, hang on. Pisces, single Pisces. Okay, so some of you who have been waiting on somebody for a long time and like really have been up in the air with this person, or maybe you've been up in the air about whether or not you want to move forward with this person, you will be hearing from this person. They've taken a long time, they've taken their time, but there will be some sort of offer. Or like I said, it could be you, maybe you took a long time to decide whether or not you want to move forward, and this could be some sort of reconciliation situation also, maybe, not necessarily. So that's for some of you, but let's get to your actual spread here. Single Pisces. Okay, all right. Okay. Oh, nice. All right. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Wow, you got some really great cards at the bottom of the deck. All right. All right, so what do we got here? Okay, So I think, wow, Tower moment here. We get the Tower card. So I think with some of you, like at the base of this, or the beginning of how this is like going, or what have you, like it seems like there's been some sort of new cycle for someone, maybe a closure of some sort, and now there's like and it closed like, well, it closed fair and just, and you feel like things were balanced karmically and all that sort of thing. So it could have been that some of you single Pisces have just recently had some sort of closure. For others of you, this could mean something completely, pardon me, I gotta drink some water, I just realized, hold on. Let me see if that'll be enough. Hopefully that'll get me through, okay. I feel like something is very, like, recently has been balanced for you, and you have some sort of, like, kind of new cycle starting with yourself, okay? Maybe it's, you know, if it wasn't a previous relationship, maybe it's even just you being more sort of generous to yourself and coming out of your shell, you know, that could be too. But I sense that it's more like of a relationship that finally kind of has some closure to it and feels like you can move on, okay? We have the Tower card here. I kind of want to take a look at that. Let me just talk real quick about the bottom of the deck so I can kind of reshuffle and do some clarifying here. So at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Wands, so some sort of new start, new opportunity, passion, all that sort of thing. This could lead to moving in together. This could maybe for some of you even lead to a possible marriage. And the Magician is here, so it could be an Aries possibly, or it could just mean that like the time is right and keep manifesting this perfect person, what you want. Especially with the Magician and the High Priestess, this is like power stuff here. This is like really, really strong couple, all right? Or this is really strong manifestation that is like paying off. So that could be too. So now that I talked about that, I want to clarify your Tower card. I think somebody is finally like, I think this is a reading for somebody who was married and is single and is finally realizing and letting that sink in that they are single and they're finally like kind of like putting their, like it was very probably difficult for them to navigate the single world because they still felt like a wife, you know, kind of thing. I feel like this is a female reading, quite frankly. Sorry if you're a Pisces male. I just kind of sense that. So it's like you're finally kind of, you know, having this balance and this closure within yourself and realizing that you're no longer, you know, Mrs. such and such, you know, and you're moving away from the wife kind of vibe of things and familiarizing and coming into new territory. But you might have even been in that territory for a while, but like right now you're finally feeling it. Like you're finally feeling single is what I think for a lot of you. Let me check what this Tower card is. If you're a male, it could just mean that like there's like a married woman that you were checking out, but you might be like kind of moving away from that situation, so that could be too. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, lots of healing energy going on here with the Tower card and the Star. So I think for some of you, you are really going to start shaking things up for yourself. I think that you're leaving some things behind. You know, some anxieties, this could, if you weren't married before, too, this could mean, you know, I love the Queen of Pentacles, I do, but the thing is, she's kind of got it all, you know, she's very stable financially, she's very nurturing, all those good things, but I gotta say, she's a little, not the most temptress type of woman, right? Okay, she's I was gonna say fuddy-duddy, but that's such a silly phrase. And I don't want to like be offensive to anyone, you know. I don't, but I kind of get a sense that maybe some of you are moving away from, like you're realizing that like maybe you're like, you know, kind of like in you know, when you get to be like my age, you sort of like, you know, it's like, you're okay, like going out to the grocery store and, you know, your worst outfit and you know, not brushing your hair for 3 days or whatever, right? Okay, so, and not really, but, you know, you get what I'm saying, and not like exactly putting on like the, sexy outfits or whatever to go hang out with friends and such. So I think that this, for some of you, if you weren't married before and that didn't resonate, that this could be that you're moving away from this sort of energy and like kind of embracing like a little bit, like really understanding that, hey, I'm single and maybe I got to up my game a little bit. And I'm not saying that looks should be, all that, but let's be honest too. They play a role, and it doesn't matter like physical attractiveness so much as like how much attention like you put to yourself, right? So that can really make a difference, and it's like I notice a difference if I go to the grocery store and I'm wearing, my ripped ass shorts and my rock shirt that doesn't really fit me, and my hair is like all askew, I notice like I don't get that much attention, right? But if I kind of spruce myself up a little bit, and I've like taken care of myself, and I walk into the grocery store, and I get like a little bit more, attention in that way. So it doesn't really matter. Like I'm not talking about physical attractiveness that anybody needs to do anything to any of that, but it just may feel like you are going that route. And I feel like this is like healing energy for you. I feel like this like kind of hits you like out of the blue, like sort of, or not out of the blue, but like hits you like a lightning bolt, like. Yeah, I need to start healing myself, like taking care of myself and shining, and feeling this and that sort of thing. And I think that really works for you. I feel like you get a lot more of like a courageous type of feeling from this. Yeah, 9 of Cups is not too far down the deck here. Let's see, what do we got? 3 of Wands, Ace of Wands. So I do feel like that is there's just some sort of, and it might come from somebody young that gives you like this inspiration. All right, it could come from like maybe it's like one of your kids or something like that, but somebody young, like maybe in their 20s, or it's like there's something like that inspires you or hits you like a lightning bolt, and it could be from like a message from someone younger that just sort of like kind of hits you. Okay, so but I think things are coming for you. They're not like necessarily showing now, but this to me looks like a beautiful stage of somebody kind of really realizing that they don't need to be like this like perfectly stable person like all the time, that they can kind of like let go a little bit and dress themselves up a little bit and care about like how they are, care about themselves, basically that'll do it, right? It's not about like clothes and status and all that. It's about just caring about yourself enough that will bring the attention towards you. So, okay, let's look at career and money opportunities for Pisces and see what's going on there. So for May 1st through 10th, 2019, career and money opportunities, please, for Pisces. May 1st through 10th, 2019. Two more shuffles. Okay, so we have the 6 of Cups, we have the 8 of Cups, we have the Temperance card, we have the Judgment card, and we have the 3 of Cups. Yay, that means celebrating something. That's good. And the Queen of Wands and the 9 of Coin at the bottom of the deck. So that's very good. Oh, what was that? 8 of Coin also. All right. So, okay. So the 6 of Cups is in the current financial situation. All right, so that's kind of an odd card for your current financial situation. So let me think about that a little bit. So it could mean that there's a couple things. Like it could mean that maybe your current financial situation is that you are giving some sort of gift to someone to help them kind of get started with something. That could be because they're offering a gift. This is somebody that you care about. It could be a child, it could be one of your kids. The 6 of Cups also represents like nostalgia, but I don't see how that would tie into your current financial situation. I think it's more about like some sort of gift, or maybe somebody has given a gift to you out of love that is like maybe you weren't doing that great, but somebody has like given you something, and that is like kind of getting you by and that sort of thing. Whatever it is, it's all out of love. All right. So, I mean, it's not a bad card. It's just a weird card to pull for your current financial situation. So, I don't know. Maybe that makes sense to somebody out there. Okay. But it most likely it's probably something more about like some sort of gift you are giving to someone. But I don't feel it's going to harm you in any way, financially, or receiving. So, as far as like new opportunities, like where to look, what is it? New sources of income, like where new sources of income could come from is, and I'm not surprised. I get this in a few of the signs I've done today. I've gotten a lot of people who have emotions very much tied into their work and finances. Okay, and of course that makes sense. I mean, we're emotional about our money and our jobs and whatnot, but like really, really. So where new sources of income could come from is there's something that you need to leave behind. Okay, there's something that needs to be wrapped up emotionally, and you need to just start moving forward now. All right, so there's something definitely that needs to be, like, maybe there's like some sort of like gift you need to give or something, and then you need to wrap that up, and you need to like just forget about it and move forward, and that's that kind of thing. Or it's just there's something here. I mean, it could also indicate something to do possibly with travel, possibly. Let me look at your other opportunities. Now, I think it's about emotionally, like there's something here tied into this situation. So the Six of Cups is typically like, sometimes it's a soulmate energy, it can be. Sometimes it's a past love or a past friend, somebody that we're very fond of, okay? So it wouldn't be like a past love situation that like sucked. This is somebody that you were fond of or that you have good ties to. Okay, this is also sometimes family, sometimes it's siblings. This could be a brother or a sister, okay? Or just a good friend, something like that. But there's something tied into like new, I feel like once, like if you give this gift, but then like let it go. Don't be worried about if it's coming back to you or what they're doing with it or whatever. Don't be worried about any of that stuff. Leave it behind and start moving forward and look to the future, okay? And take those steps. I think that's going to like bring you this like sort of healing energy, very much so. Very, very much so. So there's something about that. As far as opportunity, it's a really weird like read for career stuff. That's why this feels very specific to me. So as far as opportunities to consider, you have the Temperance card. So the Temperance card is it's the card for Sagittarius. So there could be a Sagittarius possibly that offers you some sort of opportunity. But generally in the work world, we don't really know like what sign people. It's not like the best thing to go around asking. At job interviews. Well, what sign are you? That's I don't advise that one. So most likely, unless it's a Sagittarius that's like close to you that you already know, and they offer you some sort of opportunity, that could be. But the Temperance card it's about patience, but it's also about like healing arts. So there could be something here, maybe with this, actually that could be it too. With this Eight of Cups, there could be some sort of opportunity or career type or where more finances could come in based on like the healing arts or helping people emotionally walk away from things and find their empowerment. So there could be something to that as well. Or honestly, my first thought with this is some sort of just divine intervention opportunity. It to me, that's what it feels like. It feels like an angel, to me, that is like, that's giving you some sort of opportunity of renewal here. I think this is tied into that love read that I did. I can't remember. I think it was not the singles read. I think it was the love read. Because how this benefits you is you have the Judgment card. So the Judgment card is a card of rebirth. All right, it's a card of being reborn and like having a new start with things. And I think in your love read you had the card of renewal, and I think I kind of touched on maybe some financial things there. So I think this is maybe tied into that. So I feel like this opportunity. So Pisces, you're very in tune to this kind of stuff when you want to be, even if you don't know it. So if you feel some sort of like just odd message pop into your head or some kind of strange sign, but like it would be very obvious. It wouldn't be like seeing 222, on the clock or something like that. It would be like something like very, very obvious, that it's some sort of divine intervention type opportunity. Okay, so just be aware. You know, it might not be blatantly obvious, but it would be something like a little bit more than like what, you know, the example I gave. Okay, or it could be, like I said, the opportunity could come from somebody who is just like an angel. All right, it's like they just show up at the right time, and because they can be in human form too, right? And it could just be somebody that shows up at the right time, and it's like they were guided to help you, and they give you some sort of opportunity, and this will help you. This will benefit you by it's a like feeling reborn, feeling a rebirth of things, and you know, it's the perfect timing, everything, you know, that sort of deal. You have the Three of Cups as your outcome, so I feel like you will be celebrating this. This is going to be good. It's going to be something that like you can, you know, go out and toast to, and yay me, you know, kind of thing. Especially for females. I mean, males, yes, too. You know, I do feel that, but with the two female cards at the bottom of the deck, I kind of feel like this is more for females, but I don't want to take that away from the males too. So, you know, it could be. But I feel like this could be an opportunity that is could put you in a very creative type role. It could even possibly put you in a leadership type role since it's a queen. But it's something that maybe utilizes your individuality and creativity. And it could even be you starting your own business or something like that. That could be. And with the Nine of Coin, that would indicate to me that you are on your way to making some good money and becoming very self-sufficient and independent. And you have the Eight of Coin also, which is a card, you know, you have the 8 and the 9 of Coin. Those are very high numbers. Okay, so I mean, it's not the 10 of Coin, but hell, I would not, you know, sneeze at the 8 or 9 of Coin. That's just, it's good money. So and it also shows that you would be working a lot. You'd have like a lot of clients or a lot of business or people admiring, you know, your work, and you're learning more as you go, and you're just increasing your money as you go. So it's pretty nice. This is potential. That's at the bottom of the deck. So that's not for sure, but that's potential. Okay. But this is your outcome, the Three of Cups. So you're celebrating something. So it looks really good, Pisces. So I don't know if that made sense to anybody because it was kind of an odd one, but you know, maybe. So okay, thanks guys. As usual, if you guys got anything out of this video, you know, please leave a little comment or an emoji or something like that. Not looking for compliments, just looking for kind of action on my videos that help circulate me through YouTube, quite frankly. Subscribe also is a way to help, and that's about it. So all right, thanks guys, and we'll talk soon. All right.